Hello everyone, I'm Victoria. Welcome to this video, and as you saw in the thumbnail or title, this is a message from Lyra. So I hope you guys will enjoy this and find it helpful. Before I get to the cards, I want to share with you what message I received in a meditation. So what they told me is that right now, we are just coming out of an eclipse, a crazy time eclipse, and new moon. And so, of course, the energy is so high. And what they showed me is that a portal was open for all of us, but it's like, it's not even exactly a portal. It's like a portal to shift timelines. And it fully feels like we completely shifted to a whole new universe that's kind of brand new to us. So a lot of you, you should know that if you experience something like not having the same memories as someone else, or things feeling like they're just different, or things just randomly showing up that you never noticed before, that could be a result from shifting into another timeline. So you're not crazy, you're just shifted into another timeline. Sometimes it can, be that we accidentally forgot, but if there's a lot of things, or like things that you're sure that, they weren't like this before, then it's definitely a result of a timeline shift. And yeah, it really feels like it's kind of, for some of you, it will feel super brand new and you're gonna feel different. There is also a feeling of being in the void, in that place where you kind of feel nothing and you feel a bit of loneliness, but you also feel nothing. And it's like you can see everything and feel everything in a way, and it just feels like nothing. It's like so much stuff that it numbs it out. And this is an important part of our journeys to experience this. So please don't fight it. If it's happening to you right now, don't fight it, and actually allow yourself to be in the nothing. Just be in that state, because once you're there, you can really find and pinpoint your place, like your own place in the world and your own center. So now is a great time to find your own center. Obviously, coming out of the eclipse and new moon, it's definitely a time to close things down and open new things up. And it really feels like it's a great, great time to really step into your actual center, where you're balanced in confidence, for example, where you're confident in yourself, you're not overconfident, or I guess not enough confident, not confident enough, where you're just confident perfectly, because you know what you came here to do. You know what your skills are, you know what your abilities are, and you know what you need to do. So you're confident, you're in your center. So it's time for all of us to enter this state of being in our center, because as much as we might think that we are, we're probably not. Something is like a bit out of place. And if you can feel it probably in some kind of way. So signs are always there to show you what is not in center. Maybe it's confidence, maybe it's something else. But it's time to move into that. And another thing that they told me was something about rain, and letting rain wash away all of the negativity. And it's like rain, when it comes, sometimes it's really important because it literally washes things away. Washes negativity and washes everything away. So if you're outside and it suddenly starts raining, don't panic. There's a reason it's raining randomly while you're outside. And that's to help you in some way. So it's to give you some kind of energy that you're needing, and to wash away things that you don't need anymore. So yeah, if that does happen to anyone, just know that it's totally, it's there for you. It might sound crazy, but it's there for you, this rain. And you might start noticing even that if you're really connected, especially to water, that might start happening to you. Random rain. But yeah, let's move into the cards and see what came through here. So we have plant yourself here. Ooh, well, this goes great with what I was saying, with finding our own center, grounding ourselves. So ground yourself, find your center, find what you're here for, what you're here to do. You already kind of know, or you already fully know. It's just that something is still out of balance. So it's time to really put everything into the center, to balance yourself, like fully. Be sure that you're balancing your physical body, your emotions, and your mental state, because having at least one of those out of balance sets everything off. And of course, having anything like, I mean, low confidence is just such a good one, good example. Of course, there's other things that could be wrong, but low confidence is a really good one because I feel like a lot of people do suffer from that. So if you're ever low on confidence, that's just such a show that something is wrong, but also you might not even realize that you're not fully confident in yourself. Sometimes you might be used to it and think, yeah, I think I'm confident enough. But actually you're not. And that will come through in some kind of ways. Like some kind of trigger will come that will show you that you're still not fully confident, or that you're still not fully over something that happened to you, that you're still not forgiving yourself or someone else, that you're still holding on to some things that aren't for your highest good. And now is really the time to shift all of that. I mean, we shifted into a whole other universe. So clearly, changes are bound to happen if they haven't happened already. And ground yourself at this point in time. It will be so important to ground, because the more energy that's coming through, I mean, with all the solar flares and everything, the more you're gonna feel like you're up in the air. There was a day a few days ago where I just felt like I was floating. I wasn't really in my body and I just couldn't ground myself. There was just so much energy. So in those times, we really need to stop doing whatever we're doing. Either go outside if you can and meditate next to a tree or something, or put yourself in your room and try your best to ground yourself in some kind of way. Because the more you're up in the air, the more you're disconnected, I guess, and like it's just not good. I don't know how else to say it. It's just not good because it puts everything else out of balance. And again, now we're talking about centering ourselves, planting ourselves, and starting to do and create whatever we need to do and create. All of us starting to really, really work more and more on our mission. And I really feel like a lot of us have an idea of what we're doing, but we haven't been given the full information. So we might think, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do this, but actually there's a bit more to the story, and there's a bit more to your mission that you're gonna start finding out soon. It's not just this that you're thinking right now. So that's really interesting. Treat yourself. And interesting that, oh my God, look, there's rain here. Rain. And I think this fairy, I guess, from Mayan folklore, is said to bring rain to farmers if they, treat it, if they feed it, if they leave offerings for it, or protect the crops during the night. So this card is coming through to tell you that now, I really feel like it's a pause time for some people, or just a weird time. Let's say that. Either really slow, or really you don't feel like doing anything, or you don't know what to do, or you just kind of feel weird. During this time, it's really important to tune into your inner child and start treating it, I guess. Remember what you wanted when you were a kid. Give that to yourself now. You probably can do that with at least one thing that you wanted when you were a kid. So try to free your inner child and tell it that, all these things that it wanted it was, they're not bad, because a lot of times we can get told off for wanting things. And you know how we can't really help it. We just want things, especially when we're kids. We look at cool shiny things and we're like, yeah, I want this, I want that. And sometimes there's a really big and good reason that you want something. So try to treat yourself now. Try to do some things that you really wanted to do when you were a kid. I mean, I don't know why it's coming through, but if you really wanted to go to like Disneyland or something when you were a kid and you never got to go, then try going now if you have the opportunity to. Why not? Just have fun. Get out of your comfort zone as an adult. And think more childlike. Treat yourself, and yeah, treat yourself in a good way as well. Not I really feel like one thing that's coming through is like make sure that you're treating yourself, but with things that are good for you. So just deciding to treat yourself with some junk food, you know, sometimes that's not really gonna put you in balance. That's just gonna give you a dopamine hit, and that's it. So treat yourself with things that, you know, will actually be good for you. I don't know how else to express it, like worthwhile as well. And yeah, let's see what other card came through. Charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. So now we're really starting to connect much stronger. I can feel that our connection is much stronger to source and to our higher selves or higher versions of us. And by grounding yourself, you're able to bring through more of that energy, and you're able to bring through more of these things that you want. Like, for example, these things you wanted as a kid. Now they're going to start showing up. You're going to get opportunities to do these things or receive these things because you're starting to ground and this energy is coming to you. So it's kind of like balancing the scales. Finally, you're getting this thing that you really, really wanted. And if you do want something, then ask for it. And if it's for you, it will come to you. That's also really important. Because like I said, you know, we want things, especially as kids, we want, yes, but not everything is for us. There are some things that are really, really for us, and they will come at the best opportunity, at the best price, whatever. But there's just some things that we might think, oh, I really wanted this and I want it now too, and then it just doesn't work out. Why doesn't it work out? You know, oh, you lied to me, Victoria. Then that must not be for you, and we need to accept that some things just aren't for us. And we need to be also honest with ourselves. Do I really need this? Will this really better my life? If the answer is not fully yes, if the answer is not 100% yes, then maybe that's not for you. And if the universe doesn't, you know, somehow provide it for you, then again, it's probably not for you, or it's not the right time for you to receive this. There will be a better opportunity later on for you to receive this. So again, ask for things. There's no harm in asking. But know that only whatever you really need and whatever is really for you will come to you. And if something that you don't really need and is not really for you comes to you anyway, you will notice that it's not, because you'll kind of, maybe you'll feel like at the start excited about it, but then you're going to be like, I don't know if I really like this actually. Or yeah, with the junk food, you know, you eat it. Yeah, you're like, oh my God, that was so nice. But then a few moments later, your stomach hurts and you're like, what? Why did I eat that? It wasn't actually good for me. And also, I want to stress again the importance of meditating and grounding yourself. Grounding yourself, meditating, and again, grounding this energy fully here. Being present in your life. And being grateful for what you receive. The things that you receive, be grateful for them. We also have Kali here, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Yes, this is most certainly our chance to soar. And it's funny that soaring, you know, you're thinking of a bird soaring in the sky, but then the way that we'll really soar is by grounding ourselves. Because all of these ideas, all of these things, they exist like up there in the air, up there. in the higher dimensions, let's say. But we need to ground them here into the 3D. And if we don't ground ourselves, we can't ground our ideas. And that's why probably a lot of you have experienced at some point in your life where you have so many ideas and thoughts, but you just can't execute them, or you just can't make them happen. That's because you're not grounding enough. And it's not, it's just, I guess it's hard for us because we have so much energy and we're so not used to this. We hold a lot of energy that's not earth and human energy. So we're thinking, yeah, things need to happen really fast, or, manifest instantly. And we're impatient and we're not grounded, but we're here as humans now, so we need to ground ourselves. And even now that I'm speaking, I'm feeling this like grounding energy, and especially around my lower chakras, like this heat. So again, ground yourself and know that changes are coming. And when changes come, it's a bit uncomfortable sometimes, it's a bit scary. So know that might come through this kind of energy, and you might feel a bit of fear. You might feel a bit like, I don't know if I'm okay with this, or like I'm a bit scared. But know that it's okay. Just trust and follow your intuition. This is definitely your chance to soar. So whenever you feel fear, ground yourself and you'll see how the fear will just disappear. And if it doesn't, think, what is the worst thing that could happen? And nothing is that bad to be scared of. Poof. Yeah, interesting message. We also have deep cellular healing here, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So a lot of healing is happening. I really feel like now is a good time to also work with this Arcturian energy too. Obviously this is a message from Lyra, but working together is never a bad thing, of course. And really purging out everything that doesn't need to be there anymore. And again, healing your body, for example, you're gonna need to purge out some things. So you might feel a bit sick at some point. You might start getting fevers if your body needs to upgrade. So all of us are out of balance in some kind of way. I'd say probably most people are out of balance with their physical bodies the most, to be honest. Although, yeah, it depends. Being out of balance with that and getting it into balance means that there will be changes. And again, it will be uncomfortable at some points, like getting a fever, purging out all of the toxins. It's natural, so it will happen to some of you. And to the others that are struggling with emotions out of balance, then you don't need me to tell you that there's gonna be days where you might feel like you might be feeling every single emotion that we can feel. And to those who are struggling with mental things, your mentality and your thoughts, then there will be a lot of thoughts at some point, and you might even feel some intrusive thoughts coming in. You might feel some really weird thoughts coming in, or getting triggered by everyone and anyone. And again, that's there to show you, you're healing, you're purging, and you need to, this is your time to shift. So use this momentum that you're building up and shift, because we have the choice in those moments how we react. We have a choice what we think when we get triggered. So yeah, heal. It's time to heal. We also have I'm sorry. Ooh, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. And again, there's the roots. So looking at your roots, the healing will happen from the bottom up. So we're going to start with the roots. And that's why the changes are coming. Because it's like, when you repot a plant, you take it out of the pot, I guess, the soil, and you clean away all of the past soil, and then you put it into brand new soil. So now, its roots can strengthen, and it can, hopefully the new soil is more nourishing. So we're being we shifted timelines into a universe that can actually help us more, that can nourish us more. So that's really interesting, isn't it? So we're really in the best environment we can be. And again, to some, that will be slightly uncomfortable at the start, because it's going to show you this needs to change, this needs to be released, this needs to be worked on. And there's some things that you're going to have to come to terms with, like righting past wrongs. Maybe there's some things that you did that weren't so great, and maybe you're feeling really bad about them. You need to come to terms with that, at least with yourself. Apologize to yourself, at least. And let go of that. If you feel like you made a lot of mistakes, you need to forgive yourself for that. We can't keep holding on to the past, because we're trying to move forward. We can't keep holding on. And it really feels like to ground properly, you need to let go of all of these things, because they're not letting you ground well enough. Cosmic ruby. And the ruby red, root chakra, again, grounding. Be a peace ambassador, practice cosmic mastery. And again, about peace, uprooting, righting past wrongs, saying sorry, peace, bringing peace to yourself, bringing peace to your relationships, and stepping into that next level you is going to be really important right now. And bringing peace to your whole being. Again, balancing the three parts of yourself, the mental, the physical, and the emotional. Bringing peace to that, and finally being in balance. And again, that will happen. The best way to do it is by grounding. So grounding yourself, allowing that energy to really fill your whole body, and to feel like you're in balance, perfect balance, here and now. Ooh. And one of the last cards, not the last card, Fairy Godmother. Get out of your shell and allow yourself to sing out loud with the music of the day. And it's funny, because at the start, before I saw that portal open and us shifting to another timeline, I saw like someone, like a fairy godmother, I guess, doing this exact thing. So we were literally helped. We were helped by our guides, by our higher selves, our friends there, our star families, to shift into this timeline. We were assisted. And again, we need to be grateful for it. When the hard times come, they're there to show you what needs to be worked on. So be grateful for those hard times, because if they weren't there, how would you know that something needs to be fixed? You wouldn't. So you would just continue going on with your life, same as always. But now you've been given the opportunity to shift and to change. So we all need to be grateful for it, even in the worst times. And I know it's so hard. It's so hard. It's so easy to say, so hard to do. But we can do it. That's why we're here, because we can do it. And that's just it. And of course, allow yourself to get out of your shell, sing, dance, have fun, be more childlike, return to more of your, let your inner child out more, to play and have fun. We also have the last card here, Twilight Magic. You may feel that you cannot move forward in life, but you're blessed, so move on with love. Again, we've been blessed now. We've been blessed. We've been shifted into another timeline. Perfect, so that it can help us. It can help us shift. It can help us let go, shed, and also release, and also allow all of this good energy to enter us. Like this twilight magic, there's something about that exact, those words, twilight magic. Maybe it will mean something to someone out there. We've been blessed. We can move forward now. If you've been feeling stuck, sorry, now is the time that you're being allowed that moment to get unstuck, to get out, to move forward. And you were never stuck, by the way. You were never stuck. You were always moving forward. Know that you're always moving forward. I mean, we as humans see time moving forward. You're not going backwards. So you're clearly moving forward in some kind of way. So don't feel bad about anything that, you might have done or might have not done. We all have our own time and we all have our own journeys. And don't judge your own journey. Love your journey. Love it. Be grateful for it. And yeah, move forward with love. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading and this message. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And yeah, if you're interested in a personal reading, details of how you can contact me are down below in the description. Like and subscribe, of course, if you haven't. And yeah, I hope I see you in my next video. Bye!